mean it.
It's time for Talk Law Radio with Todd Marquardt. Todd Marquardt, attorney at law in Texas. If you're a millionaire or a thousandaire, Talk Law Radio is now on the air. Call in with your business law question, your elder law question, veteran aid, Medicaid, build a business to get paid. 210-308-8867. Or ask a question online at marquardtlawfirm.com. That's MARQUARDT lawfirm.com. And now it's Talk Law Radio with Todd Marquardt.
Welcome to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt. Listen to Talk Law Radio on Saturdays at 11 o'clock in the radio in San Antonio and surrounding areas on KLUP 9:30 a.m. and KSLR 6:30 a.m. and Houston on KNTH 1070 AM and 103.3 FM. I'll get it right sometime. And watch Talk Law Radio on Facebook and YouTube and listen online at talklawradio.com. Shannon Roberta Salmon, a good friend of mine, attorney in San Antonio, and frequent guest of Talk Law Radio, is here today. Shannon, what did Adam say to his wife on the day before Christmas?
What?
Merry Christmas, Eve. That's part of our family tradition is telling jokes about Christmas. And we've been telling that joke for so many years, probably 30 years at least. I started to think about that, and you can probably wonder too, did they celebrate Christmas, Adam and Eve? Because Christ hasn't been born yet. They didn't know about Christ.
What a fascinating question. Yeah, that's really a good question.
So we're going to be talking about Christmas today.
Good.
And I get the sense that you love Christmas.
Yeah.
But you also...
what gave you that? I think that's very perceptive of you. How did you know?
You have a strong faith, and you're a very cheerful person. So I just put those two together.
Yeah, because you can't presume, because Christmas is a hard time as well. Some people hate Christmas, so they just want to get over with it, get through it. They're happy on December 26th.
I don't know those people.
It's a real thing. I mean, because it brings up a lot of emotions. Like for some people, like I was telling you earlier, maybe your loved one is in immigration detention right now. So this is a Christmas without them. Or maybe you're counting, like this is the first Christmas without,
Yeah.
And
somebody who had passed away.
Right. So it's a double-edged sword.
Well, I do want to talk about the problems that happen during Christmas. But first, I want to talk about Christmas is the season of giving, and so I wanted you to tell the audience what type of organizations do you support and why?
Thanks. What a great softball. Thank you. There's a million fantastic organizations. We are an amazing area here in South Texas. Nobody told us we got big, right? We still have that small town feel, and we help each other. So I hate to leave people out, but the two that jump out to me that I'm involved in is Blue House, and they are down on the west side. They're growing and expanding every day, and they're helping children that are in high conflict custody disputes, which people in the legal community and, other people that have experienced it, they know that children are really suffering. They're being torn apart when their parents don't get along. Their whole world is just constant turmoil. So they are healing. They're changing lives every day. It's BLU House. And then I'm also real involved with Junior League, which I think is a wonderful organization. And they've changed a lot because I think in the past they had a different reputation, but they've modernized, and they've had to kind of catch up with the modern woman, which, she's a working woman,
right?
But also still wanting to give back. And they're involved with every single organization in town. So they do just constant, I see them like a little army with their red T-shirts, and you need help, you've got a team of go-getter women, like that. Just, where do you need us? And
Great.
Really great organization.
Awesome.
Thank you for asking. What are you involved in besides
You're welcome.
everything you do with your law office where you're helping people every day, your radio show where you're educating the public every day? Do you sleep?
Occasionally. I support an organization called Oasis San Antonio, which is to help promote healthy lifestyles for people who are older than age 50. And they also have educational classes about general interest items like financial planning, legal planning, of course, and history. They also have exercise classes. So a lot of retired people go there just to hang out with other like-minded individuals, usually people that are interested in lifelong learning. So it's a great organization, and I support them, and I sit on the board and help them make decisions.
You'd be very valuable.
What else am I involved in?
How old do you have to be? Is there an age requirement?
50.
Oh, okay. I can go.
Yeah. The classes are low cost. You can register online. Just search for Oasis San Antonio.
Fantastic. Thanks for all you do.
Yeah, thank you. So this is Talk Law Radio, and we're talking about Christmas today. Now, Mark, are we live on Facebook right now? We're live on Facebook right now, today, December 24th, 2025. But the show is going to be airing on the radio this Saturday, which is December 27th. And so for all of you, you have already celebrated Christmas. But I want to ask Shannon, and she's probably going to ask me, what are some things we do to celebrate the Christmas tradition? And I also want to talk about some laws that are relevant during Christmas. Here's a good question for you, Shannon. What was the law that required Joseph and Mary to go to Bethlehem?
It was a census, right?
Right.
Yeah. That is a good question.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like the magnitude of that law?
Well, she was 9 months pregnant, I guess, and so they had to walk, or she had to ride on a donkey or a mule.
Right.
And so I remember traveling with my pregnant wife, and I can only imagine how Joseph handled it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think about that too. I actually do, you know.
Another thing, when I was thinking about that question, I couldn't remember any specific passage that said that Joseph and Mary got married. And so I was looking that up, and it says that Joseph and Mary did get married after the angel appeared to Joseph in a dream, instructing him not to be afraid to take Mary as his wife despite her pregnancy by the Holy Spirit. He did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him and took Mary home as his wife. That's in Matthew 1:24. And the passage further notes that Joseph did not consummate their marriage until she gave birth to a son. That's from Matthew 1:25, indicating marriage did occur but was not physically consummated until after Jesus' birth. So isn't that interesting? And later in the show, I'm going to ask you about family law, because I think that sometimes conflict goes up when people are divorced and sharing custody of their children, fighting over possession of the children during the holidays.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question.
Don't respond yet, but I'm going to ask you if you can remember any cases that you heard about talking with your friends or whatever.
It's an intense time for family law lawyers. Hey, did you know that when me and Aaron got married, we did an actual contract? Because in the Hebrew tradition, it's called a ketubah, and it's an actual contract, and we have it hanging in our house. And it says here that the earliest one they have ever found was 440 BC.
Oh.
And so, because that's a Jewish tradition,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Mary and Joseph had a ketubah, like a written contract. It wasn't really a written society, right?
Well, if you watch that show, what's the Jesus show that's popular right now?
What is that called? Not Chosen. I know which
Yeah,
one you
I think
mean.
that's it.
The really, really popular one.
Right. I think that they did have a scene depicting that there was an agreement. That's how the bride would be betrothed.
Right.
But that's really interesting with you and Aaron.
And I know it sounds legalistic, like it wouldn't be romantic, but I found it very romantic. I think it has a very deep meaning, and they can't just dump you. It's a written.
Right.
I have proof. You're supposed to treat me really well.
Well, I have a friend who every anniversary, and he was married for, I don't know, 40 or 50 years. He said that he would ask his wife, "So are we going to renew the contract?"
Really? That's a good attitude to not take her for granted.
Right.
That's good.
But speaking of contracts and marriage, why do people have such a hard time signing prenuptial agreements? Because it's the same thing.
Well, is it now? Is it? Because it's a very romantic thing in my mind, at least. I don't know how other people interpret it, but this contract is binding, and it says forever our lives are bound together. And isn't a premarital contract saying the opposite? That, hey, we acknowledge this might not work out. I mean, what a bad way to start
that's a good
something.
point.
But that's just a personal...
Right. Well, I'm glad that you have some insight there, because I thought it was the same thing.
Really? And so to you, it's... I won't ask, but do you have one?
Dealing with marriage. No, when I was married, neither one of us had any money or property, so we didn't have any fear of losing what we had.
Right, yeah.
Actually, I did have a small TV, but we have to take a break. We'll be right back. Are you confident about your financial future? What if you had a clear financial roadmap and a team holding you accountable to make the best financial decisions no matter what? At Financial Planning HQ, Steve and his sons, Joseph and Jacob, have been helping San Antonio families since 1987 with inspiring, intelligent financial strategies. Whether it's achieving or maintaining financial independence, becoming more tax efficient, or building business wealth, we create a comprehensive, written lifetime financial strategy that's uniquely yours, based entirely on what's important to you. Don't leave your financial future to chance. Call Financial Planning HQ today at 210-685-2722. That's 210-685-2722. And take the first step towards financial clarity. That's Financial Planning HQ, inspiring financial strategies for San Antonio. Remember, 210-685-2722. Losing a loved one is hard. I'm Todd Marquardt, and I help families like yours navigate probate with clarity and compassion. Don't go through it alone. Call 210-530-4278. That's 210-530-4278. Or visit marquardtlawfirm.com to get answers and peace of mind. Do it before you die. Now it's time to discover your legal issue blind spots by listening to me talk about the law on the radio. And today we're talking about Christmas and a little bit about the law, a lot about family tradition and other issues with Shannon Roberta. I was going to say San Antonio.
You can.
Subconsciously, I had your Instagram tag in my mind.
No worries.
Shannon Roberta Salmon. And she's an attorney here in San Antonio. And she likes to talk about the law with me, asking intriguing questions. And so the first thing I want to talk about is public decorations for Christmas.
I want to talk about that too.
There's a lot of discussion in the media about it.
Right.
You know, this town has a nativity scene, and
right.
there's a lawsuit that's filed claiming that it's unconstitutional. And so...
And occasionally I'll get emails or text threads where somebody from my church has gotten all up in arms because they feel like their rights are being infringed. You know, they're not allowed to celebrate Christmas or say Merry Christmas. It's not in style anymore. Right.
Well, that's another thing. Do you say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays?
I don't say Happy Holidays. I pray I never offend anyone, but it hasn't been a problem. I say Merry Christmas. And once in a while I'll get someone that says, "Oh, I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm Jewish." You know, "Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have a happy season as well. Bless
right.
you."
Well, Hanukkah's right before Christmas, right?
I'm not totally sure on the times because they're different. Hanukkah changes wildly, and I'm not educated enough to follow the lunar calendar and know. I just check every year, when is Hanukkah this year.
Right.
This year, it ended right before. So we just, a few days ago, we did the 8th night. So Hanukkah's over right now, and it was right before Christmas this time.
Yeah. And so I was thinking about Hanukkah, and I just wondered, did Jesus celebrate Hanukkah?
Yeah, I guess we could figure that out.
And I think so, because what do they call that? The celebration of what?
The Festival of Lights. Yeah, that is in the scriptures.
So it was already going on before he was born.
But so what we're celebrating in Hanukkah is when Judah Maccabee kicked out the Greek and Syrian invaders because they had desecrated the temple, and they were, doing sacrifices to their gods.
Okay.
And so the Jewish people were just, mortified. This is worse than death for them to have this desecration in their holy temple. And so they, there was a revolt, and they took over they regained access to their temple, cleaned out all these sacrilegious gods, and then they wanted to relight their menorah, but they didn't have enough of the holy oil, but then it lasted for 8 days, right?
Oh, okay.
So, 8 nights, so that was the miracle. But when was that in relation to Jesus' birth is the question.
Well, I'm sure we can find out, but I think
good question.
I think that he probably did.
Why don't we have the viewers and listeners
comment
answer
on
that?
Facebook. Yeah. Just go to Facebook, search for Talk Law Radio, find this live video going on right now.
Yeah.
And post a comment. Let us know what verse we can reference there.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask about gifts, because you and Aaron and your family probably celebrate Hanukkah, and I don't know that much about it, but thank you for that very detailed explanation. It's all gifts are involved, right?
Yes.
And the kids get to open a gift every day, or
I can only speak for what we do, and so obviously I can't speak for all Jewish or interfaith families all across the world. But what we did is they did get a gift every night, all 8 nights, when they were little, and they were a lot easier to buy for then. A coloring book or some markers, so that it was a lot easier. But now we don't do gifts for every night, but we do light the candles every night. So we have the menorah, and it's a very special holy time. And when the lights are shining, you just concentrate on your family, you concentrate on God, so you're supposed to set everything else aside. We're flexible, we're Reform, we don't get very, very strict about it. So it's just a nice time in the glow of the lights. We usually play a game, or we'll do puzzles, and there's special foods that you eat. Everything that you're eating is supposed to be, not supposed to be like it's that rigid, but you get the fun of everything's fried in oil. So we do the potato pancakes, the latkes, And there's just something really special and magical about a potato pancake on a night of Hanukkah. And then sometimes we'll put sour cream and, some people do jelly donuts and just anything that's fried because it's all about the oil. But no, we don't do gifts every night. That'd be quite a lot of gifts.
So I want to ask you, have you heard of the reindeer rule?
Tell me.
Well, when the Supreme Court was analyzing whether it was unconstitutional to have a nativity scene in front of a government building, there was this case, Lynch versus Donnelly, where the justices didn't call it the reindeer rule. That just came later to sort of as a shorthand to talk about what the analysis was, whether the nativity scene was unconstitutional or not. But in this court case, the factors were, are there a presence of secular symbols like Santa Claus, reindeer, Christmas trees next to the nativity scene?
How interesting.
And so the court said if you have a display that has other non-religious stuff, then it is more likely to be okay.
Okay.
And so that's why they call it the reindeer rule.
Yeah, throw Frosty the Snowman in there and we're good.
Because they're trying to decide, is this having a nativity display the establishment of religion?
Yes. And I'm so glad that they're asking. I mean, you and I agree on this, that we love our Constitution. So we love that the Establishment Clause is in there.
Yes. I think you can be Christian or Jewish and be a patriot and support
or nothing. You can be nothing. You're totally entitled to be an atheist if you like.
Right. So I don't think that celebrating your religious traditions is always going to be unconstitutional.
Okay.
I think I can be a Christian and a patriot at the same time.
Okay, but
both and.
Okay, amen, brother. But what if you are the Supreme Court Justice of Alabama? Can you? So what does that mean now? Now you're a Christian, but you're in this position where you're also a representative of a branch of our government.
Right. So you still analyze the Constitution, the way that it was written.
Do you want your courthouse to have a Christmas tree in it? Can you have your Bible open on your bench when you're making your decisions?
These are all great questions, Shannon. I would say yes, but I'm not in that position, and I don't know what all the rules are. I'm sure that when you go to judge school, they tell you.
They tell you what to do and what not to do.
Every new justice goes to judge school.
Yes. Yeah,
where they tell you this is what our traditions are. These are the rules, because you're not just naturally going to know that stuff.
If you're a coach in a school, can you decide you're going to have a moment of prayer and take a knee every...
I talked about that case. I think it was this year. I'll try and reference it in the comments.
Yeah, it felt recent.
I don't remember everything about it.
They basically said he could do it.
Yeah, but I also wanted to bring up the issue about other faiths, like the Jewish faith, whether they can have their symbols next to the nativity scene.
Right.
So, but that wouldn't always happen unless Hanukkah was like during the month of December, right?
Right. I think it is all pretty much December. Oh, that reminds me what I wanted to tell you else about Hanukkah. I don't know for sure if this is true. Like I said, I'm not representing all Jewish people or something like that. Very unqualified to do that. But I have heard from other Jewish people that Hanukkah is actually not a major Jewish holiday. So it's just a pushback because little Jewish children, every year, the whole month of December is taken over by Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. So they feel like left out. So Hanukkah was made bigger on purpose.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Could be true. Again, comments. Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, let us know if you're Jewish. How do you celebrate Hanukkah, and how does it make you feel that Christmas is always in the news, in the media, on TV? You know, the music is constant on every station. It
starts right after Halloween now.
Yeah, they just skip right over that other holiday, Thanksgiving.
The other one, the one in between Halloween and Christmas.
Right.
I wonder if Mark loves Christmas. I bet he does.
So we're going to take a break. We're going to talk about sinners and saints. You're going to love this segment because it's going to be fun. This is Talk Law Radio. We're talking about Christmas and the law. And there's many more laws that we could talk about, but we don't have that much time, as you know. But you can always go to Talk Law Radio if you want to be a guest or if you want to be a sponsor. Go to talklawradio.com. We'll be right back. In the beginning, God had one law: don't eat from the fruit of that tree. Then he gave Moses the 10 Commandments. And now we have municipal, state, and federal lawmakers that won't stop creating new laws. Laws that might impact you without you knowing it.
So many laws.
So listen.
You're right, though. You know, I'd love that I always love that part when you say that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So that's why you listen to Talk Law Radio, so you can find out the hidden legal issue blind spots. But this is the Sinners and Saints segment.
I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. I do not feel
I do.
I'm your dream.
I do. And then the gavel.
That's right. So this is the Sinners and Saints segment, and I like to talk about the sinners and saints because Martin Luther, the famous theologian that nailed his 95 Thesis to the church door, said we're all sinners, but we're also saints too because of Jesus. We've been forgiven and absolved. So I like to talk about sinners, people that have done something bad, and saints, people that have done something good. And today the sinners are going to be the Scrooge and the Grinch.
Okay.
And
the Grinch.
Yeah.
But both of those at the end, their hearts got bigger.
Exactly. Forgiven and absolved.
Okay.
But let's talk about the bad things that they did.
Okay.
Scrooge was famous for saying, bah humbug.
True.
Because at least the movies I saw, had Mickey Mouse working on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Remember the Mickey Mouse version?
Yes.
And
I was just listening to something that was saying that our versions of Christmas Carol that we've seen are actually really watered down. Like, you know how if you watch VeggieTales, you'll get a very watered down version that kind of doesn't really do justice of the deep richness of what the original Hebrew scriptures. Like if you just watch VeggieTale Jonah, you're not going to get like all of the intricacies of what the brilliant writers were writing in Hebrew, right? But that happened with Christmas Carol, and that it's actually.
I'll have to read it.
I know I need to go back and read it, but I always thought it was just that basic story of, you know, Scrooge bad.
Right.
He
Christmas
gets
good.
Yeah, he gets. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, how about the Grinch? I grew up watching the cartoon version.
Right.
And, of course, the famous song with the famous actor.
Yes.
But then my kids grew up watching the Jim Carrey version.
Yes, brilliantly done.
Which was funny.
Yes, but I've heard that he went through heck, that it was really torturous.
Wearing that costume.
Yes, that he, like that should have killed him. But what a gift he gave us. I mean, I love that movie. I absolutely love it.
And I'm
Brilliant.
glad that you reminded me that there was redemption at the end, because I always just remember them being terrible people.
I love that scene where his heart gets bigger. You know, his heart actually, like sometimes you can literally feel that. And so I think of that little meme when his heart
Right.
just.
Yeah, you're such a positive person, Shannon.
Ah, thank you. I have a lot of faults too, but yeah, I guess positivity is one of my superpowers.
Forgetting what time the show was supposed to record.
You are so patient with me, by the way. Do your listeners and viewers know that you are an amazing person? Incredibly
they
patient.
do now. Thank you.
Yes.
Pat myself on the back.
Give yourself
being
a
patient.
big one.
Actually, I don't take credit for patience. I used to be terribly impatient. But after I had children, I had to pray for patience.
Right. I think you got it.
Because the Lord blessed me with that.
Right. And you give grace. You give a lot of grace.
It did take 18 years for me to learn patience, though.
Yeah.
I'm still learning every day.
I'm glad nothing worse happened. You're not supposed to pray for patience.
I know, because then the Lord gives you
opportunities
to practice it.
Yes.
But that's what I needed to grow and develop as a Christian.
Yeah, good job.
So speaking of Christians, guess who the saints are?
Yeah, tell me.
Jesus.
Okay. Amen.
The reason for the season.
Okay.
Jesus was born on Christmas Day.
And we could have a whole debate about that.
Yeah, I know some people say we don't really know when he was born, but that's when we celebrate his birthday. And so when people like to buy ugly sweaters, I always look for one that says something like, "It's my birthday," and it has a picture of Jesus on it.
Oh, very cool.
I'll post that picture of my office party.
Loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that sweater. You know, I saw the greatest T-shirt the other day when I was out doing Christmas shopping, and the back of the T-shirt said, "I'm really sorry that someone misrepresented Jesus to you." Isn't that powerful?
Yeah.
Like I apologize
Right.
that happened to you.
Yeah. People are always complaining that Christians are hypocrites. But, I mean, if you're a really strong Christian, you'll admit that, yes, you make mistakes and, you want to be forgiven for that.
Right.
But there's more. I thought for the Jewish people, God would be their saint because they don't have... Well, actually, I think that the Jewish
Moses.
religion... Right, there are some. And who else? Elijah?
I don't know much about Elijah.
Now I remember some of the Old Testament
It's coming
scripture.
back to you.
Yes, because Jesus took some of his disciples to the mountain, and then there appeared Moses and Elijah, and I forget which disciple said, "Let's build a tent, for them." Sorry, I don't have the Bible memorized.
No, you're fine. They'll just go after you in the comments.
Yeah.
Another hero could be for the Jewish people, anyone who survived the Holocaust, and for coming out of that and keeping the peoples alive. Basically,
Yeah, amen.
My husband's grandfather would always say that every child that every grandchild was like to the Nazis.
Right.
You brought. I did. It was just like to the Nazis
Right.
that tried to. I mean, they tried to annihilate the Jewish people. It was a real thing. My brother-in-law has a T-shirt that says "Every Jewish holiday summarized." They tried to kill us. We won. Let's eat.
Awesome. Yeah,
It's
great.
cute, right?
And the secular saint is, who do you think? Santa Claus.
Okay.
Just because he's put on a pedestal. And there was a real Saint Nicholas, and I used to tell my kids about him. But then there was the Coke commercial back in the 60s, I think. That transformed Santa Claus into a popular icon.
Yeah. Did you love Santa Claus when you were a kid?
Yeah, I remember one night, my dad had this tradition of waking my brother and me up out of a deep sleep and making us go use the restroom so we didn't wet the bed.
Every night?
Yeah. And so that was just part of our routine. And we walked by the living room and there's Santa in the red suit.
No way.
With our stockings.
You're kidding me.
No, it was great.
And who was it?
I don't know. Santa Claus.
You still don't know to this day?
No.
Wow. You never asked, was that Uncle Bob? Or...
No, I didn't ask.
That is fascinating. What a great story.
Yeah, it was. So those are the sinners and the saints. And there's probably more that we forgot. Something that I read in the news that's related to Santa Claus is there's a guy at the airport. Have you read the story?
No, tell me.
He calls himself Black Santa
Okay.
because he's African American, and
Okay.
he dresses up as Santa Claus. And I don't know whether he's making some kind of statement doing that or whether he just wants to play Santa Claus.
Okay. Do people give him money, or is he? Yeah, is he?
No, I think it's sponsored by the airport. Like it's like the Santa Claus at the mall, only he's at the airport.
Okay.
So I guess you can have your photograph taken with him and tell him what you want for Christmas.
Now I want that. Now that you've said that.
You want to go see?
I want my picture now with Black Santa. Like,
Oh yeah.
I did not
Well,
realize until
you
this
might
moment.
have to go right now because he's probably going to be having the day off tomorrow.
Right.
Has
We're
to-
right by the airport. That would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
I
I
don't
should do
know.
that. You want me to tag you if I do that? You know what else I
Yeah.
want? You know what else is on my Christmas list so bad? Is I want the Selena, there's a Selena ornament that's viral right now. They're making it out of felt.
Okay.
Erica Prosper put it on her Instagram, and I'm such a little copycat.
I wonder how you can get that.
It's probably sold out. I mean, I haven't been able to
Who
find
makes it?
I can't remember her name, but I'll put it in the comments.
Oh, okay. Can you find it on Etsy or Amazon or?
Possibly, but the local one is the one that I want.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
a local
Right.
artist.
It's a little Selena in a purple pantsuit. And I also want all non-criminal immigrants to be released from detention immediately with no criminal record immediately.
Okay.
I want the government to follow the law on immigration.
Those are good things to want.
Thank you.
I can see your passion coming out. Well, just remember this is Talk Law Radio, and we're talking about Christmas because we're recording on December 24th. It's live on Facebook right now. How's it going out there, audience?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, and you'll probably hear this episode on the radio this Saturday, December 27th. That's the recorded version. Unfortunately, your Christmas is already going to be past.
Yeah.
But you can still think about me and Shannon and how we celebrated our Christmas, which we'll talk about next in the Legacy segment. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Are you 100% confident that no matter what happens in the financial markets, economy, or world events, you will achieve your financial goals? If not, we have a process to get your financial house in perfect order and keep it that way forever. Your financial future shouldn't be a guessing game. Planning, advice, organization, and accountability are deliverables you should expect. For over 35 years, Financial Planning HQ has been San Antonio's trusted partner for comprehensive written lifetime financial strategies. Steve and his team, including sons Joseph and Jacob, don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach. Instead, they create a personalized financial roadmap for you based on what's important to you. As an independent registered investment advisor, they're not tied to any big corporation's products. They work for you, creating inspiring, intelligent financial strategies that put your interests first. Call Financial Planning HQ at 210-685-2722. That's 210-685-2722. Losing a loved one is hard. I'm Todd Marquardt, and I help families like yours navigate probate with clarity and compassion. Don't go through it alone. Call 210-530-4278. That's 210-530-4278. Or visit marquardtlawfirm.com to get answers and peace of mind. Do it before you die. Marquardt Law Firm sponsors this Legacy segment, and attorneys at Marquardt Law Firm focus on business and estate law, including last wills, living trusts, and tax-protected inheritance plans. It's all about legacy.
And now, it's time for the Talk Law Radio Legacy Spotlight. What's your legacy? Sponsored by Marquardt Law Firm.
Okay, so Shannon, you know I like to talk about legacy, and so for today's legacy segment, I want to talk about our family traditions. But before I get to that, I want to ask you, what percentage of Americans do you think celebrates Christmas?
Ooh, wow. Good one.
It's a very high percentage. What would you guess? 88%.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I don't know if they're Christians or Jewish or
Right.
other.
I have a Muslim friend that celebrates Christmas.
They put up a Christmas tree and have presents
in
and
a
stuff
secular
like that.
way.
Right. Cool. And how much do you spend on presents for your kids? Do you have a budget for that?
No, but we try not to go nuts.
Well, the average is $521 per child.
Okay. That makes sense.
I think my wife probably spends more than that, but
I'm surprised it's not more with what things cost these days.
yes, things are expensive.
That's one game player.
I used to office with this attorney. He was probably twice my age, and he wanted to raise the rent, and I said, that's too expensive. And he said, Todd, everything's expensive. That was his answer.
He sounds like a character.
The rent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was he a Scrooge?
No, he was quite pleasant.
Yeah. I bet you treat your employees well. You're not a Scrooge at the office, right? You let them have the heat on Tuesdays?
Yes.
Yeah. An extra bucket of coal.
No, I think I treat them well.
Yeah. You had a nice party, huh?
Yeah, it was fun. We had trivia. We had catered. We had it at the office, which was a little strange, but everybody had fun.
Good.
How many people do you think travel during the holidays?
Oh, goodness gracious.
More than 122 million travelers between December 20th and January 1st.
Do you have people coming in?
No, I don't think so. Most of my family migrated here from New Mexico to Texas.
Nice.
So most of us live here.
Yeah, good.
My brother's going to go visit my dad in Colorado
Aw.
after Christmas.
How nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I saw my dad just a few weeks ago. I went to listen to his Christmas concert. He plays with the community college jazz band.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll be cold for Christmas? It's
No.
like 80. You have
Yeah.
viewers from all over the world. I mean, we should probably let them know it's like 80 degrees today.
Well, I wanted to ask you, since you're a native San Antonian,
I think you count as native, too. You're a local.
Well,
You've been here forever.
I think that it snowed one time
Yeah,
since I've been here.
yeah.
And I think when I arrived here in 2003, people told me that the last time it snowed was
Right.
like 7 years before that.
Right. And
It's
we
like
remembered it.
Every 7 years.
Yeah.
Do you see a pattern there?
I don't know that I can't tell a pattern, but it is very warm this year. This is
It
a
is.
very warm Christmas.
But I kind of like it because if I wanted to go play golf, I could.
It's a beautiful day for golf. It's perfect. We put the
Yeah.
air on. We were hot. We put the AC on at the house.
Yeah. But then our winter really begins in February.
Really?
That's what I've observed.
Okay.
Sometimes it's cold in January, but it fluctuates. So I want to ask you, about your family traditions. I guess snow is not involved.
We go sledding.
But how about Christmas trees? How many Christmas trees do you put up and decorate?
I went a little nuts this year. I had like 3 trees, but I usually don't do that. I don't know what got into me. Usually
Yeah.
just one. What about you?
Well, we have one this year, but there have been times when we had 3.
Uh-huh.
And that's not my favorite part of the holidays.
Uh-huh.
Like getting stuff out of the attic, unpacking boxes,
Right.
and then after Christmas is over, packing the boxes back up
Yes.
and putting everything back in the attic.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm probably not going to win most joyfully happy Christmas observer holiday spirit guy.
Really? I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
I'm more of the Scrooge Grinch
But
type.
you keep to the true meaning, I would imagine.
Yeah,
you know.
I like to go to church,
Yeah, good for you.
and then that's
We can
about
get a
it.
little distracted. I was out Christmas shopping the other day and I overheard this lady say, "Do you have any bow ties for dogs?" And I thought to myself, we've gone a little off track,
Well,
bow ties for dogs.
I used to buy Lexi a Christmas dress
Oh, that's
every
true.
year,
Yeah.
but she despises wearing clothing.
Yeah.
She says, I'm not a human. I
Right.
have fur.
Right. Yeah.
And
Makes sense.
She heats up like
Yeah.
a heater.
Yeah. That is so
because it
respectful of you.
Gives her so much anxiety to
Good
have
for you.
things touching her fur.
Right. So don't force her. Let her be.
But she does have a bandana. She can handle
she'll
that.
tolerate that.
Yeah, she does.
Is it Christmas bandana?
It is. And the lady at the beauty shop puts that on her.
Aw.
So we just leave it.
Yeah.
How about eggnog? I know Mark likes eggnog. He's our radio producer. How about you? Do you like eggnog?
Yeah, I love me some eggnog. Delicious.
Do you have a favorite brand?
No,
I do.
Yeah?
Yes, and it's the HEB brand.
Uh-huh.
And I figured out why. Do you want to know?
Yes?
It has more sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried some other brands because one year HEB was all out, and that's what I discovered. I was like, well,
Do you know what it is? Are there raw eggs in it?
Yes.
Eat-
In fact, I'm making eggnog from scratch this year, and the hardest part is separating
Are you going to do a video on it? I
the whites from the yolk. You can't break the yolk. So you have to kind of filter out the whites, but you keep it because that comes back in later.
I can't. I hope you video this.
I will.
Yeah. Is there a Christmas taco you're going to roll out? A special Christmas version?
Well, I can make a taco out of anything, and so it's probably going to be like the Thanksgiving taco.
Uh-huh.
Because we seem to eat turkey at Christmas time too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I'm craving turkey.
Do you eat turkey at Christmas time, or do you eat something different?
Usually tamales.
Tamales.
Yeah.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. Do you make them from scratch?
I have before, but I was really bad this year. I haven't made hardly anything. I might make Christmas cookies this year. But last year, I did this big production, and it's very tiring. About halfway through, you're like, we didn't need to make all these cookies. Nobody needs a Christmas cookie platter. You get like tired.
My son's fiance's family, that was part of their tradition.
Yeah.
Was the family would all do it together.
Yes.
From scratch.
Now that makes it fun. For the tamales or for the cookies?
The tamales.
Yeah. And then you have an assembly line going and...
Probably.
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Now, this is super random. I'm sorry to get off your outline, but my grandma would tie each end of the tamal with a little piece of the corn husk. And it wasn't until I got to San Antonio I realized you can fold. So maybe, I don't know if anyone even cares, but in the comments you can put if you fold or if you tie each end.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even,
think
I thought
people-
everyone did it.
They probably just started folding it because it takes less time.
It does, yeah.
That's
My
so
grandma's gone
interesting.
now. I can't tell her. But hey, Grandma, did you know there was an easier way to do this?
No, she was doing it the right way.
The way her mom taught her, I'm
Right.
sure. Yeah.
And that tradition's being lost, so you need to
Tie
take it
my
back.
tamales?
Yes, and
Oh,
teach your kids.
It's very time consuming. I'll show them both ways. How's that?
Okay, sounds good. But I'm glad you brought up tamales. Now, how about gift giving? Do you like to go to the mall? Do you go to
Well, I'm
the
answering
stores
everything.
in person?
You answer this one.
Well, you said during one of our breaks that you had trouble buying gifts.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I have a secret.
Tell me.
You go to Amazon, and before you even type anything, on the page it says, if you're buying gifts for a woman, click here. If you're buying gifts for a man, click here. If
Right.
you're buying gifts for a child, click here.
Uh-huh.
And if none of those satisfy you, then you start typing, I'm buying gifts for a female dog named Lexi.
Yeah. Your wife doesn't watch this show, I
No.
don't think. Can we know what she got?
Yeah, I was racking my brain about it because usually she just buys whatever she wants.
Okay.
And so
There's nothing left to get her.
Yeah, like Mark, I don't know. No, Mark's the good one. Like you,
Yeah.
I don't know what to get anybody because they get everything that they want.
Yeah.
And so I was reading news articles online about like the best gifts for 2025.
Yeah.
And I found this electric ice cream maker.
Oh, okay.
And so you ever have that one where you have to
I
crank
haven't,
it?
but I know what you mean.
Well, that used to be part of our family tradition.
Oh, my goodness.
And so now she's going to have the electric one
Yeah.
that, you just pour in the ingredients and you push the button. It has a compressor.
Wow.
It has like a freezer built into
Uh-huh.
it. So it's really cool.
I can do you one better. They have one that's even more advanced. You go to the ice cream aisle, you open the door, and you pull out the ice cream's made. It's really cool.
Well, this is going to be more fun.
Just teasing.
We have to close the show.
Oh,
Thank
this
you
was
for
so
joining
fun.
me.
I pray you and your family are blessed in 2026. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Bye.
everybody. Blessings.
Are you 100% confident that no matter what happens in the financial markets, economy, or world events, you will achieve your financial goals? If not, we have a process to get your financial house in perfect order and keep it that way forever. Your financial future shouldn't be a guessing game. Planning, advice, organization, and accountability are deliverables you should expect. For over 35 years, Financial Planning HQ has been San Antonio's trusted partner for comprehensive written lifetime financial strategies. Steve and his team, including sons Joseph and Jacob, don't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach. Instead, they create a personalized financial roadmap for you based on what's important to you. As an independent registered investment advisor, they're not tied to any big corporation's products. They work for you, creating inspiring, intelligent financial strategies that put your interests first. Call Financial Planning HQ at 210-685-2722. That's 210-685-2722.